play an MJ song. Here we go. She was more like you, the queen, but my moon was seen. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I'm the one who lands on the floor in the round. She said, I am the one who lands on the floor in the round. She told me her name is Betty Jean, and she calls her Saint. And if it had turned with eyes of dream of being the one who had danced on the floor in the round. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. Yeah, people always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what you do, 'cause a lie becomes the truth, yeah. Betty Jean, yeah, not my love. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the cat is not my son. For 40 days and for 40 nights, love was on her side. But who can stand when she's in demand? Her schemes and plans. Who danced on the floor in the round. So take my strong advice, and just remember to always think tight. She told me, baby, we danced till 3. She looked at me, then showed her phone on her leg. He cried, his eyes were like mine. Then we danced on the floor in the round. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. Yeah, people always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what you do, 'cause a lie becomes the truth, yeah. Betty Jean, yeah, not my love. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the cat is not my son. Senorita, I feel for you. Oh, 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 senorita, I feel for you. Say, senorita, I feel for you. See me things that you don't have to. Doesn't love you until I'm sure. If it is real love, what should be thinking now? always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. People always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what you do, 'cause a lie becomes a truth, yeah. Said that she not my love. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. For the cat, it's not my son.
Thanks. Thanks. What about some Tracy Chapman? Any Tracy Chapman fans? Let's do a Tracy song. Let's do a Tracy song.
Got a fast car, I gonna pick it to anywhere. Maybe we'll make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make some. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. A fast car, I got a plan to get us out of here. We're working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money. We won't have to drive too far. Just cross the border and into the city. You and I can both get a job. Finally see what it means to be living. My old man's got a problem. Lives with the bottle, that's the way it is. Said his body's too old for working. Her body's too young to look like him. Mama went off and left him. She wanted more of a life than what he could give. Somebody's gotta take care. I quit school, that's what I did. A fast car, is it fast enough so we can fly away? We gotta make a decision. Leave tonight and live and die this way. So remember we were driving in your car, speeding so fast it felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us. Your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. I had a feeling that I belong. I had a feeling I could be someone when I be someone. Be be someone. So, baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle, the middle? Just meet me in the middle. Fast car. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? Fast car. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? Fast car. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? Fast car. Why don't you just meet me? Yeah, you got a fast car. So fast enough so we can fly away. We gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way. You got a fast car. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? Fast car. Remember we were driving in your car, speeding so fast it felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us. Your arm felt nice wrapping around my shoulder. I had a feeling that I'm alone. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? Yeah, you got a fast car. It's fast enough so we can fly away. We gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way. Thank you! Thanks, everybody. We're going to get ready to stream and get prepared for tonight. So if you haven't already got some food, go and get some. If you haven't already checked out the auction stuff, please go check it out up the front. See you in a few minutes.
Hi guys, it's Serena Faison. Are you having fun yet? Don't you love live shows? And was Carl Walkner not amazing? He's in from Nashville, donating his time to the Chichi Rodriguez Foundation. It's such a great event. There's about 100 people here. And joining me right now is the mayor of Clearwater, Frank Hibbert. Mayor, thank you so much for joining me.
Well, it's my pleasure, especially for Chichi Rodriguez Foundation.
You know, it's awesome, Mayor, because this is the 42nd year that they have done this. Why do you feel this is so important for the community?
Well, it's the mission, and it's what they're accomplishing, which is really helping kids that may not learn in a traditional fashion. And the way that Chi-Chi's has structured their program, it works.
You know, I wanted to ask you, like so many people don't know that the foundation is here. What would you say to people out there? I mean, it's such an amazing place.
Unfortunately, it is a well-kept secret at times, but we're continuing to get the word out. You know, we've gone from 2 different locations. Originally, Chi-Chi's was down on Court Street in Clearwater. Now it has a much larger location. They have this wonderful driving range, the golf course. What they need to know is really how it's helping kids. And when you see these kids and how they're being affected, because they're in a completely different environment than a traditional classroom, and you see the results, you want to help.
Now, are you a golfer?
I am a golfer.
So why is golf so great? People are always talking about golf is so great, and I know that you can play golf for years, right? It may not be like a traditional sport.
Where else can you go out for 3 or 4 hours with family and friends and be in the outdoors and enjoy the great weather that we have in Florida? That's why golf's great. Whether you're good or bad, it's always great. It's like pizza. Even bad pizza's great.
Wait, I love that comparison. I don't think I've ever heard that comparison before. But yeah, pizza's probably my absolute most favorite food, you know, just some inside info about me. So, are you surprised when you turned up today?
No, we always have a great turnout. The foundation does a marvelous job of getting everyone here and planning the day so that everyone's having fun, but ultimately we can raise money for the community. Chi-Chi was a special guy. He really was. If you're not aware of it, take a few minutes to familiarize yourself. Once you understand the mission and the results, you're going to want to be involved.
Great, Mayor. Thank you so much for meeting with us.
Thank
it's
you.
always so wonderful to see you.
My pleasure.
Guys, Clearwater Mayor Frank Hibbert, should we walk around? Do we have time before we go live? Well, so we have some time before we go live. Let's see what we can find here. Great people. So Dick Crippen is right here. So Dick, we are live, and you and I are going live at 6 o'clock. So yes, of course we are. So
I'm
you're one of my
grabbing a
favorites.
fast bite.
You're one of my favorites. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt your dinner. But why is it important for you to be here today?
This is one of those charities I firmly believe in. There's a couple of them that I really have a big love for. I've known Chi-Chi for 42 years. I remember when it actually started and how it's progressed forward and the good it's done. And I'm just amazed by it. We stand here on a facility that I never foresaw. The school right across the street is just phenomenal. So I just believe in it. When I have a passion, I like to get involved.
So Dick, do you play golf yourself?
Not today.
Not today, but you used to?
No, why embarrass myself? Just stay cool, and so people think, oh boy, he's going to,
So coming up at around 6 o'clock, you and I are going to be hosting the program here. It's my first year, but you've done this for years, and I know you talked about
42.
42 years.
Yeah.
42 years?
Yeah.
Wow. So how have you seen it grow?
It's like watching a flower burst. I mean, literally it has been, because we started, and I'll tell the story about Chi-Chi and Bill Hayes and myself, and we were in Largo behind a warehouse with a couple of kids, and Chi-Chi was showing them some golf, and that's kind of where it started. And of course they had the course in downtown Clearwater, and then they got this course out here, and all the time the kids were learning, and it was just phenomenal. Bill Hayes used to talk to me about getting calls from the police at 3 in the morning because some kid was taken out of the home with domestic violence. And I realized then the good that it was doing. And they turn these kids around. That's great.
Anytime we can help children. That's what it's all about. All right, so I'll see you in a few minutes. Do I have a couple more minutes left to continue to interview people? We're live. These are the wonderful organizers of the event. All right, introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Sean Toby.
Mallory Hubbard. Thank you so much for having us. I'm so honored and flattered to be an MC, along with Crippen, who I just learned has been MCing for 42 years now.
Yes.
Oh,
I know, been here longer than me.
man. So Mallory, tell us about the event.
Sure. So this is our 2021 Charity Classic, 42nd year. And every year we host this fundraiser and we try to raise money for the kids. And so tonight we'll raise over $150,000 for our educational programs.
That's awesome, $150,000. That's fantastic. Now tell us too, what about Carl Walkner? I mean, he is amazing.
Yes.
And tell us the story. You guys actually heard him sing in Nashville, and you were surprised, right? You said, hey, come on out and sing for us.
Yeah, so I mean, we wanted to add something new, especially when COVID hit, everything changed. And so with our event last year, we had to do a live stream, and we saw a lot of different events, and we thought, what could wow this event? Live music. So we reached out to him. We had personally seen him play in Nashville, just absolutely amazed. And out of the good of his heart, he wanted to reach out and help. And we told him about the foundation, we told him about the kids. And he was a teacher at one point, but he just bought in. And then when we were getting to planning this year's event, why not have him there live? So he's been fantastic, a great addition to this.
Oh my gosh, and he's such a nice guy. I mean, I love his personality. So, and there's a special treat coming up too, involving him, right? Can you tease it a little?
I will tease a little bit. So he actually came a couple days early, and about 2 weeks ago sent our kids a to-do list, and they actually helped write a song.
Oh my gosh.
And he's gonna perform it for us. So he worked with the kids, he performed for them in school on Friday, and he's gonna play for everybody tonight.
That's so exciting. And there's also another little bit of a tease involving little old me, right? Volunteers of the year, right? So volunteers of the year having something to do maybe with my show on the record.
A little bit, yeah. Sam, one of the volunteers of the year, he actually got to participate on your show and won volunteer of the year for his Academy Career Day, which you were a part of.
Yay! Well, we're so excited to be here. Are you surprised at the turnout?
Oh, we love it. We always have such great support with this program, and it's been for years. It takes the team. We were talking about earlier. With the team, with all the people that are involved, that's how we can help these kids, and that's what it's all about. Thank you.
Well, again, guys, so flattered and so honored to be your MC tonight along with Crippen. We're going to get ready to go. I think, how much time do we have before the ceremony actually starts? This is what I love about live TV, right? Do we have time? Do we have a couple? Let me show you around. Once again, there's about, I would say, more than 100 people here. It's fantastic. My crew at CP Communications and Red House Serena. I love these guys. They don't want to be on camera, but let's go behind the scenes. Guys, how are you feeling? Joey?
It's good to be here, representing CP and Red House Streaming.
Okay, so talk to me about the equipment, though, too. So you guys brought out this console.
Yeah, we got a Digico S21 here. That's how you're able to hear the musician, and that's how you're able to hear me on this microphone right now, actually.
No, it's awesome. So what does it take to put all of this together, Joe?
It takes some good planning, good execution. We starting to talk about planning for this event a few days ago and put all the gear together on Friday, and now we're here.
And here we are. And so I have to say, Joey's actually from DC, and so he said to me, boy, I didn't anticipate it being this cold. It is a little bit chilly out here.
I know. I've gotten too used to 70-degree weather. Now when it gets below 60, winter jackets only. We just got some hand warmers, so trying to stay warm now.
So there we go. Hey, I have to say, I mean, honestly, we couldn't do it right without the crew, and Joey is a huge part of my show on the record, so I really appreciate that as well, as you know.
Absolutely.
And it's already 6:01, so I guess pretty soon the actual show is going to start. But I love this breakout stuff, and going live, breaking news. Oh, we're ready to go. Okay, we are ready to go. So, should I hand you the mic? Okay, we're ready to go. So, we're going to start with the official program, folks. I think Carl Walkner is going to introduce us, actually. Here is Carl Walkner. let's see. Is it Carl that's going to introduce us? This is truly what I love about live TV. You guys are involved in the action, behind the scenes. We're having a great time. We're at the Chichi Rodriguez Youth Foundation, the Academy actually, where there's a lot of kids here that get to participate in golf. We've heard in the past couple of days how important golf can be to children, lifelong lessons. All of this is run mostly through donations, and tonight we're being told that they're going to raise at least $150,000. The performer, Carl Walkner, amazing. He's from Nashville, flew into town to perform today. He's going to introduce Dick Crippen and myself as we had the program. Dick Crippen, who is a very familiar face in Tampa, has actually emceed this event for 42 years. This is my first year emceeing, which I'm so honored and flattered about. Of course, all of this is being brought to you by CP Communications and the home of my show. We made a major announcement in the past couple of weeks that the studio actually also launched my network, the Serena Faison network, and we're going to be having some sub-series on the show as well, so stay tuned for that. Great crowd here tonight too. It's a little bit chilly, but not too bad. I think they're looking for Carl to announce us and to get this program underway. But again, such a beautiful night, right, Beth? Gorgeous. Beth is behind the camera. I've got to say, it's the crew that makes all of this so great and makes all of this happen. And here's Dick. We're getting ready to go, Dick. I think we're waiting for Carl to announce that. And we have a couple of very special treats tonight and surprises. Oh, we're wrapping up so we can start the official program. So stay with us, guys. Stay with us.
One, two. One, two. One, two. Hey, hey. One, two. Yeah, 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 yeah. One, two. Oh, there we go. Back. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get your attention up here, please? I'm the guy on the stage with my arm up in the air. First of all, before I welcome these people up on the stage, we just want to say thanks so much for being here so far. Hopefully it's not too cold for everybody. We got some heaters. I got some nice long sleeves going on. Thank you for listening to me earlier. I'm going to play some more music later. But we would like to, without further ado, welcome up onto the stage Serena, Faison, and Dick Crippen. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Guys, thank you so much. We're so excited to be here, right, Dick?
I got to tell you something. This is my 42nd year doing this, and I love it.
It's my first year.
It's good to see you.
It's great to see you.
Well, you know, it's funny. We're in this common business, and then all of a sudden, paths go different. But it's good to see you.
It's great to see you. You've always been a mentor of mine, so it's great to be up on stage with you and be here with you tonight for such an important event.
Well, if I could remain ageless as you then I'll be all right. At any rate,
I hated him to say that, by the way, guys.
So do you want to go ahead and welcome some fine guests?
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, well, first of all, thank you so much, Carl. Your music is amazing, and we can't wait to hear you sing, right? Huge round of applause for Carl, right? And there's a couple of surprises coming, too, in this program, which is great. All right, so we would like to welcome the City of Clearwater Mayor, Frank Hibbert, who just spoke to me live, by the way. Mayor, if you want to just stand up just really quickly.
Yes.
Yay. Councilman David Albright. The City of Clearwater is one of the, where is the councilman? Is he here too? He must be in transit. All right, okay, he's in transit. All right, well, the City of Clearwater is one of the foundation's biggest partners, and we can't do this without them, that is for sure. I mean, I've learned a lot, Dick, about this foundation. I know you've been here for a long time and know a lot about the foundation.
Well, it is, that's true, and I have to tell you, the partnership with the City of Clearwater is most important to this foundation. So I thank Frank and all the city councilmen and all those who are involved for supporting the worthy cause of the Chichi Rodriguez Foundation.
And we have a lot of wonderful sponsors that Dick's going to go through.
Yep, we're going to start with Raymond James, as we always do. And yes, give them a round of applause. They are definitely involved. Oh, I know he's here. I know, we'll bring him up later. We want to thank Lieutenant General John B. Conway. Those of you that have been here before, you know, this guy is a huge fan and friend of Chi-Chi's. He has contributed every year. He's got a group, and that group this year came up with an additional $3,000 donation.
Wow, that's great.
We want to thank Public Supermarkets Charities. They are always on the scene. Also, Amazon Web Services, AARP Florida, which I'm becoming too familiar with, Bradcock Metallurgical, Brown & Brown Insurance, Blake & Mitchell, Drivas, and ServPro. And I want to give them all a big round of applause. Couldn't do it without.
Absolutely, Dick. We can never do it without our sponsors, right? All right, is everybody having such a fabulous time? It's awesome, right? It's beautiful. And we have to talk about the amazing food. I mean, when you have an amazing event, you've got to have amazing food, right? And the
we know where to go.
Yes, the amazing food is brought to us by Baystar Restaurant Catering, and the alcohol is from Breakthrough Beverage. Big round of applause to them.
And Frank Shevis is here.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep, thanks for that. Right here. Oh, there he is.
Thank you so much, Frank.
Oh, sitting with the big guy. All right, now I got that figured out. Okay.
So I want to share, which I just did, this is my first year emceeing. I'm so honored and flattered by it, and it's thanks to the whole crew at CP Communications and Red House Streaming. But Dick has been here for 42 years, and the theme is then and now. So Dick, I would like to interview you a little bit. So what have you seen with this theme, the then and the now?
Well, the beauty of it was when it first started, it was Bill Hayes was the executive director, Chi-Chi, of course. And I want to say one thing about Chi-Chi, Serena. I worked with pro athletes for 70 years. And I have to tell you, there's a lot of them that lend their name to a charity, and you say, boy, that's wonderful that you're part of that charity. What do they do? And they draw a blank expression. But Chi-Chi, I remember I was sports director at the local Channel 8 here, NBC affiliate. And Chi-Chi, as a friend, would be around. He'd be coming to visit the school, and I'd never know he was there.
That says a lot.
Well, it was because of the kids. He's all about the kids. A lot of people don't know that when Chi-Chi was on tour, they actually had his phone number to call him if they had a problem.
Wow.
And that's devotion. That's giving more than just your name. That's giving yourself. And Chi-Chi is devoted to this foundation. And when we started it, I say we, I was just there when the event first happened, and that was out behind a warehouse in Largo. And they had a couple of kids, Bill Hayes, Chi-Chi, and myself, and we showed them a little bit about golf. And it went from there. And that's how golf has always been an important part of the foundation program, teaching the kids not only how to play golf, but how to maintain the courses, how to run a pro shop. And they have turned out kids that were destined for the wrong path, and they put them on the right path, and it has been just a great reward to see what this foundation has done. Fantastic. And the people, the teachers, the staff, I think we ought to give them a round of applause.
Definitely.
They do a phenomenal job.
Definitely. So Dick, I wanted to ask you, I've learned so much about the foundation through the years, and it's such a wonderful foundation. But a lot of people, and I was just talking to the mayor about this as well, a lot of people don't know that it's here in Clearwater. What do you think we can do to spread the message about the Chi-Chi Rodriguez Foundation?
Well, I think you're doing part of that tonight.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I certainly hope so. That's why we're here.
The podcast is being broadcast live, so that's getting out there. But no, it's just getting the word out, and that's a big thing because people don't understand exactly what the mission is. But when they do understand, and when they see some of the graduates and some of the people working in the community, contributing to the community, I mean, it really makes a difference. And the Academy has done a phenomenal job, just phenomenal.
They absolutely have, and Dick, when you were talking about it being broadcast live, so it's the video and the audio that's being broadcast live on all my social channels, broadcast live on CP and Red House's social channels, also on Chichi Rodriguez's social channels, and Carl Walkner's. And just because it's live, it doesn't mean it's not there anymore. You can go back and you can share it and spread the message on this wonderful foundation. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Now in this world, right, Dick?
Right.
We've seen it change so much.
Thank goodness they didn't have it when I started.
That's what I always say too. That's what I always say too. All right, so you're going to be introducing someone very, very important.
We're going to bring up a guy who I've known for many, many years, and I'm proud to say he's a friend. He is a great supporter of not only this charity, but of the community in general. He's one of the guys that built a major company in this area, and it is a major company that gives back to the community. So I think Tom James is going to come up. Are you not, Tom?
He's coming up.
Give him a big round of applause, because I'll tell you, Raymond James does a phenomenal job of support, and he is on the board here, and he supports this charity and has for a long, long time.
Absolutely.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Tom James.
Tom, thank you so much for being here. You can take my mic.
Thank you. Well, welcome everybody. It's good to see you all again, because most of you are repeaters. And it's great fun to see people congregated together again, right, Dick? I mean, that's after the last 18 months. So, you know, what I would say to you is, my friend Dick didn't mention my father, who was a co-founder with Chichi, and he actually, Bill worked for us as a salesman in our Bel Air office, so we brought him over here. We have a great team now, and what's transpired since those early days is Chichi really carried this with all of his friends from all over the country. Wasn't just locals. In fact, almost none of the major support came from locals to begin with. We made a great transition and brought in a lot of local leaders, St. Pete, Tampa, and surrounding environs, along with a couple of the people that have hung on for a number of years. But we basically had to replace Chichi's group that would fly in for a weekend and raise a lot of money at one of these tournaments. And we still get help from Jack Nicklaus, who comes by and helps us. We had a dinner with Jack, and of course Chichi brought him originally. So we've got a great tradition in terms of working with golf. And if you think just about that, what's really different about this organization is the private-public partnership that Dick mentioned. We work with the City of Clearwater. We work with the school system in Pinellas County, which I can tell you, 20 years ago, they would have never done what they do now, to work directly and cooperate with us. And not just us, but many other outside private resources and other schools and systems like Junior Achievement, et cetera, that are now integrated into the... So I want to salute our superintendent, who's been a great supporter here, along with a few of his predecessors who made that great transition over the years. We get great teachers from them. We get, which reduces the cost. You heard about people like Frank Chivas. You think that he just supplies food. I can tell you, he's one of the greatest can-do people that I've ever met. That worked very hard as we added classrooms on our land across the street to build the school up to its current size. And so we have the great privilege to be able to help educate kids who fall behind early in the school system, that the school system actually identifies for us. And
bring them in here and catch them up on education. And many of you know that, but you know, that's really the most important thing we do. We're all contributing to kids, and I know Frank would share that that's where his dedication comes from, because he's certainly a great entrepreneur that made it big from starting with nothing. So that tends to affect your logic. And Chi-Chi would always cheer for the United States as a result of his experiences started in Puerto Rico, where he was really a caddy and got so good so fast that the place he worked supported him for a while, and he got out on tour. And of course, we found out that he wasn't just a great golfer who looked too small to play the game to start with, but he was one of the great entertainers of all time. And if you never saw that sword act as he sunk those putts, you don't really understand what I'm talking about, or watched him hook a ball and then slice a ball and point out and say, now watch them hit each other. And of course, they came close enough, especially since you couldn't quite guess where they were in the air out there. But they looked like they were going to hit. And I mean, he could hit shots out of traps back over his head onto the green. I mean, it was wonderful to watch him. And to see him with those kids and talk with those kids, you could just see him light up. So we're sorry he's not here with us tonight, but he's still with us in spirit, I can tell you that for sure. And he'll probably be back here again before too long. And he's one of the few people that are older than I am. So that's saying something good. So we couldn't do it without all the people in the community, both on the board, and we have a number of board members here that always are involved in these tournaments and work very hard to support the overall academy, which we took from a situation that was indebted and had problems and wasn't doing nearly as many students as we do now. And we built it up because of that local support on both sides of the bay, I might add. This is a Tampa Bay effort. So it's been a great privilege to be working with that, because I've served since Chi-Chi asked me to get involved as the chairman of the foundation for a number of years now. And I can tell you, the most important thing we do every day is to make sure that we help educate our kids. It's never more important than it is today, where you see the change with STEM. I like to make it STEAM because I add arts to the STEM. But the fact is, it's wonderful to see what's going on, but we have to train our kids a lot better than we do, and we have to keep them in school for the full boat. Whether they go into a profession after high school or go in the service, you need to get them through high school, and those that want to go to college need to have the opportunity to get there. So we work very hard to help get those kids back in the public high school system when they qualify to do that. So I just want to add my thanks again to all of you for coming to this and for all the support you give, and you should be very proud of what you're accomplishing. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you so much, Tom.
Tom mentioned the board of directors. I'd like to introduce them. If they're here, I'll have them stand up. You just met Tom, Griff Braddock, Scott Curtis, Jessica Majewski, Elliot Ross, Fred Whaley, Kendall Wilson, and Frank Shevitz. How about it? Give them
Thank
a
you.
round of applause.
Thank you so much, guys. Right, because we can't do it without the board, we can't do it without the sponsors or the volunteers that.
Remember that.
There's so many people that make all of this come together. And we want to remind people about the auction, too, that's going on right now.
It's all on Quatego.
Right.
Yeah, that's great. I didn't even know they could do that.
How times have changed.
You said social stuff. What is that?
I know. All this new social stuff.
Anyway, then and now is really the theme that we're fooling with tonight and having a little bit of fun with. And looking where Chichi Rodriguez for Youth Foundation started and where we are today, which is really amazing. It's like a major flower that blew. And we talked about the early days and the foundation start. Just 14 students were enrolled in the early days, and now over 90 are involved. And they are getting something great. Over 300 students, believe it or not, have actually gone through the academy during First Tee. And First Tee is a great thing. You know, I told you the whole idea of the Chichi Rodriguez Foundation started with golf, and First Tee, of course, teaches golf. The Clearwater programs on campus, and over 3,000 in our First Tee school programs annually. Wow, that's a lot. The overall mission of the foundation is to improve these students' academic performance, self-esteem, and character using the golf course as their living classroom. Wouldn't you love that?
Yes.
Mine was far from that. And it's working. The academy overall graduation rate is 70%, and all of those students were deemed unlikely to graduate without some type of intervention. So it is a great success story, and what this event is about tonight is providing the foundation with the resources to help these kids. And speaking of these students, we have some of the Chichi Academy teachers and staff joining us tonight. We'd like to ask them to stand anywhere you are, teachers, staff, and we got to recognize them.
They're at that back table, guys. A big round of applause.
Yeah.
Teachers make us who we are today, for sure, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And I think it's $150,000 that they're raising tonight, which is amazing.
This is great. This is great.
So I've got to tell you guys a cool story. I mean, I think this is really cool. So this week, actually, I'm celebrating my 100th episode of my show, On the Record. And speaking of sports, it's Love in America with Tampa Bay's Rays president, Brian Ald, and his wife, Molly. And it's going to air at noon on Wednesday. The reason why I'm sharing this story is because the Volunteers of the Year have something to do with On the Record. So, the Volunteers of the Year this year are Carlos Guerrera and Sam Rockwell. Well, Carlos called me, and so they found out, like years ago, that the Academy did not participate in the Great American Teach-In. So they came up with an amazing planned inaugural Academy Career Day, all right? So, but of course it's 2020, unprecedented times. No one's going into the classrooms. They're doing interviews via Zoom. I mean, we lived, it's still a blur, right, Dick, what we went through.
Amen.
Amen. So Carlos calls me up and says, Serena, would you like, can we, maybe you can do a Zoom interview and interview one of the students. And I said, Carlos, I said, hot damn, why don't we take it to step it up, take it to another level. Why don't we have the student interview me live on air, and we can talk about the Chi-Chi Foundation. And so that's what we did, shoot, and I can't remember the episode number. We'll try to get it. I'll try to find it. But anyway, so we did that. It's one of the longest shows I've done, 40 minutes, because the student was like asking all these questions. It was so great. But because of that show and so many other things, they are the Volunteers of the Year. Yes, and they've interviewed. It's not, it wasn't just me. They interviewed over 20 guests, including Congressman Gus Blaurakis, Mary Quinn, Director of Exhibits at the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, engineers, real estate agents, doctors, musicians, chefs, you name it. Well, let's bring them on up, guys. Are we bringing them on up? It was such a fun show, I have to say. I love kids. I love taking part with anything that helps children. And Sam was on the show with me. Sam, did you not have fun? Did you not say that it was a blast?
That was an absolute, thank you. Absolute blast. Thank you. Well, this is a great honor.
It's so exciting.
Pretty surprising. Yeah, so for anyone who's not familiar, we've done a couple interviews with a bunch of different professionals locally and all over the U.S., sharing them with the kids as it fits into their class schedule. I think the kids have really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think so. And kind of started off as just a small idea, and it just really blossomed. And it seemed to be where people from, like you said, all over the country were really excited to share their stories with the kids.
Yeah.
It's been really wonderful.
So we're still taking interviews, so if anyone wants to participate, let us know. We'll happy to do a Zoom interview with you guys. So.
It'd be wonderful.
Thank you.
It's great. It's great what you guys did, and honestly, like, I stumbled over it, but to start your own career day is really significant. So it's people like you that make a huge difference in the world, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You guys come back on the record.
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
What a great story.
I love that story.
Well, I got to tell you, a lot of fun participating today. It was a great day for golf, and these guys really did a great job getting involved, and that's what it's all about. And speaking of COVID, the foundation honored a volunteer in 2020 as well, but we were unable to recognize him in person. So let's give a big round of applause for Gary Farney. Gary works in golf ops and also stepped up during the COVID. So give him a round of applause. That was great.
I think this is you right here, Dick. Hey, I want to thank the organizers for this wonderful sprint, too. It's great, and it's in large print, so I don't need my dollar store glasses.
You don't know how good I am on large print. Anyway, we want to bring up the Charity Classic co-chairs and the committee members to come up to hand out awards and be part of the pictures. Jessica Majewski, Katie Majewski, Sean Toby, Linda Damsky, Don and Dee Fick, Nick Giolarakis, I believe it is, and Mike Hillstead and Arlene Laughlin. So if they could come up and be part of it, I see them gathering over here. Sean, we read your name too, you know. Oh, you're coming up, okay. All right, we're getting everybody up here.
Congratulations, guys, and thank you for everything.
Thank you for doing a great job. You know, most people don't know what goes into a golf tournament like this.
Yeah, it's not golf.
Come on, Sean.
There you are. All right, we got everybody in. They're going to give out awards, take photos, and this is the group that put it all together. Give another round of applause. All right, Jessica, you got the winners, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm so sorry.
All right, everybody.
Is this on?
Hold it close.
It's on. Joey's
All right. We've got first place net today. We've got Corey, Kyle, Mark, and Matt, the AFN team. Are you here? Come on up. Come on up. Wow.
That's why you
That's pretty fancy.
30 seconds on the...
I'm not doing that. What are we doing? We're going up there?
It's the award for athleticism, too. Pictures this way, buddy. Jump off, too. Go ahead. Pictures to the left. All right, and then we've got first place gross, the RJZ team. We've got Tom, Andrew, Bradley, and Christy. So we have them here. Tom, Andrew, Bradley, and Christy. All right, we will hold your prizes for you. Round of applause for that. That was first place gross. Second place net. I know you're here, Elliot. We've got Elliot, Kyle, John, and Don. Second place net. Give them a round of applause.
You guys suck.
Elliot, where's all your people?
Way to go, Ellie. You did it all by yourself. Also, you can't count that. Oh, here they go.
Congratulations, guys. All right, and then second place gross. We have the Alabama team. We've got Benny, Paul, David, and Mark. Benny, I know you're here. Where you at?
Come on up.
Come on up, guys. They're not here. All right, now we have the contest winners, the putting contest. Paul Pfeiffer. Paul, congratulations. Unfortunately, we did not have a hole-in-one winner for the car on number 6. We also did not have a hole-in-one winner for the $1,000 on number 15. But we did have Kyle. Kyle was the winner on number 8 for closest to the pin. Kyle Bartoslak. Bring it. Congratulations, buddy. Come on up. And then one of the most fun holes for people is the speed hole. That was on number 11. And it was team 7A. It was the Raymond James team that won in 32.33 seconds. No? Why does it say Raymond James? I'm ignoring Raymond James. It was not a Raymond James team. But it was at 32.33 seconds. We have Corey Jeffries, Mark Beyer, Kyle, you're already up here, and Matt Fisherman. Congratulations, guys. You were fast.
I mean, we did pretty good.
Hit at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everybody hit.
And we have long drive winners. For the men, we've got Corey Jeffries. And for the women, we have Carol Whaley. Congratulations, Carol.
Which one? Who's what? I pulled a groin during that run, but yeah, it was fun.
I hope we have a lot of insurance.
Do we have a team or no? This different teams. You guys are just coming slowly. Jump up here. Come on up. Corey, come on. We gotta take pictures.
And then for the activities here tonight.
Come on. Long drive.
We've got some dialed-in golf solutions.
We're doubling up today.
Maureen and Scott Curtis were the big winners.
Long drive, though.
Congratulations,
Here,
guys.
jump. Oh, wait, that's not you.
Total
Right here,
score
guys.
of 326.6.
Right there.
All right, okay.
Come on up.
One more. 1, 2. Got it.
Second place, we had Carl and Tim at 319.6 with their total score. Are they here? No? Carl, Tim?
Tim's going to share it.
Right down here, yep.
Did you pull one on the shot?
Number 2, he's a 2 handicap, and he's an amazing
Watch
He
yourself.
goes for Carl.
Yeah, you didn't know you were like with a long guy came in? No, I did not. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Right here. All right, beautiful. Right there. 1, 2, 3. Good. Thank you. Oh, we won the Oh, yeah, second place.
That concludes our awards. Thank you, everybody, for participating today. Congratulations to all of our winners. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, guys, I mean, honestly, it's about amazing golf play today, right?
Right on.
Right on. And before we bring Carl back up, once again, we still have time for the
Turn yours around so I can see it. There you go. Beautiful.
Yeah,
the winner's smoke. Yes.
That's why I'm here, right?
And we want to thank everybody for being part of this amazing event. We're going to bring Paul Walkner back on the stage. But wait, okay, did I hear you correctly when you said to me that did you say that I'm wasteless?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
As compared to me and Tom James, yes.
Wow, okay. I need to get him a glass of wine or something. And Brittany
Yes.
States, are you going to speak? Oh my gosh, how could we not bring up the CEO?
Amazing.
Hi everybody, James Poulter with the foundation. I just want to give a big round of applause to Serena and Dick for tonight. Please take the time. And I'm on here on stage to remind everybody, I need everybody a favor. Everybody that's bidding right now, I need everybody that's bidding right now to get out their phone. Okay, because we have an Insta-buy on this page. It's really, really important. We have an Insta-buy for $100. That gets you a Chi-Chi hat. And it also gets you a chance of a 1 in 9 chance of winning a $700 piece of jewelry. Okay? So the value of the hat is right there, $100. And then you also get a 1 in 9 chance of winning a $700 piece of jewelry, courtesy of August Stevenson, which is a very nice piece of jewelry. So anybody that hasn't paid attention or seen that, I just kind of wanted to bring that word to you. There's 17 chances left. 15. It's going down. I'd love to see it at 0 by the time I get off the stage. Maybe I shouldn't leave the stage until we get to 0.
For the kids. It's for the kids.
Is it going down? So it's on the Insta-Buy tab, right down at the bottom. You'll get a Chi-Chi hat, and you get a 1 in 9 chance of winning a $700 piece of jewelry. All right, I feel like we're going down. 13 left.
Buy a hat, we're hearing in the crowd.
All right, so I'm going to let everybody figure that out. I just want to say thank you everybody for playing, everybody supporting the foundation. I know that we're going to get down to 0. I really appreciate everybody's support. Have a great night. Thank you very much, and thank you to Serena and Dick.
Thank you so much, James.
Thank you again.
Appreciate it. And now we're going to bring back Carl. Some great music all the way in from Nashville. Oh, there he is. Carl, we're so excited. You got your own. Okay, we're going to go dance now, right, Dick?
Let's see. Okay, so we did something super cool this year. I wrote a song with the students of the school, and we're going to sing it. I'm going to sing it right now for everybody. So here's what we did. I created like a basic template of a song, right? So some music and some lyrics, and each class took the verse, right? So each class wrote their own verse. We pieced it together and we wrote a song. We're going to sing the song right now. Do you guys want to hear it? So this song, it's just called the Chi-Chi song, but the students wrote 100% of the words. So from grade 4 all the way through to grade 8, they each had a verse or a chorus, and I'm going to do my best to sing it for you guys. Put it to some music. Here we go. Just as soon as I plug my guitar in. Hi-hats. That's right. That's the best kind of Tourette's I've ever heard in my life. So remember, everybody, the students wrote all of these lyrics themselves. Each class did a verse. So grade 4 did the first one, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 did the chorus. So I'm just relaying what they wrote. It's their words, a beautiful song. Here we go.
Being kind is a sure respect. Caring for others is always correct. When we admire what others do, we can appreciate their actions too. There you are, feeling small, like your honesty might fall. Lift your head up, don't lie, and you will fly high. best to always be kind. It is best to tell the truth. Accountability goals we are meaning. Do it right, even though one is looking at you. Responsibility is the new cool. Come to school with a good attitude. We practice it every day, being neat, prepared, respect for the Chi-Chi way. There you are, standing tall, walking by with your head held high. With your honor, you will try, doing right with all your mind. It is best to always be kind. It is best to tell the truth. Accountability goals we are meeting. Doing right even though one is watching you.
Chi-Chi song. It was fantastic. It was really great. I got in early, I got to meet all the kids, and we all sang through the songs. And it was surprising how many students remembered that they wrote that little lyric. Oh, that was the thing that I put in, you know, it was super cool. So anyway, I'm going to sing an original song. This one I chose specifically for this moment. It's a song that I have to remind myself I'm in charge of my own happiness. Nothing else, nobody else's fault, no matter what happens in front of me, no matter global pandemics, no matter if I run out of Vegemite, no matter if I'm hungry or if I top the ball off the first tee. I'm in charge of my own happiness. I can laugh about it, and I can get on and have a good time. And so that's what this song's about. By the way, is anybody called Becky here?